some of the interview questions. The first question will be how will pass the data from one system to another or one RPA tool to another. Usually we cannot pass one RPA tool to another RPA tool. But the thing is we can pass the data from one application to or which is SQL Server. So I want to pass those data into Excel. So how I can achieve from I can create a connection in SQL Server. I can use OLEDB connector. Usually we are using OLEDB connector 12.0. Through OLEDB connection, I'm connecting with SQL data. I'm updating those values into Excel. The SQL connection it's separate. OLEDB connector is separate. So first I'm opening SQL connection, then OLEDB connector. Whatever the values I fetched from SQL Server, I'm using the dataset column. Once I fetched through the dataset column, I'm updating those values into Excel through the range. So we can pass the data between or else I'm taking values from MySQL Server I want to update into SAP applications or other application. I can possible. It might be possible, but it's not possible from passing one tool to another. How will track success and failure reports for your RPA process and how to expose those data in BI and analytics tool? Usually success and failure, whatever it may be, it's your report. Usually the workflow reporting tools are available in all RPA tools. Maybe AA they have report generation tool is available. BP they have reportings. So you can create reports. Usually reports will be available all the data. For example, if you want to get the report of in progress, completed, failure or all, it will give all the reports. But in analytics tool, that is different area. You can get the report through dashboard or else you can get the report to Excel or PDF formats. But if you want to expose those data into your analytics tool, then you should be use third-party applications like Elasticsearch, Kibana or else Splunk tools. These tools will help to expose whatever the data you have as a analytics purpose that you cannot achieve through your RPA tool. It should be in third party. How do you write your format and processed Excel data into specific format of PDF? Usually, how do you write your format and processed Excel data into specific format PDF? Usually, when we are using Excel, we are reading from Excel. Usually, we are updating into DB or other side. So usually it is not possible with the direct conditions of RPA tools. So but the thing is convert to PDF option is available. We can, we can try that, but it's not 100% possible. So because PDF has all the ways to encryption of keys and PDF format is different than Excel format. So the processing from Excel to PDF should be we have to integrate some DLLs or else metabots. We cannot directly make through this type of conversions. Instead of that, we can use metabots and as well as .NET DLLs. We can achieve through that. Explain the steps to achieve email automation. Usually the email automation, we have different type of objects available for each and every RPA tool. For example, Blue Prism, they have map IEX object is available. Through that object, you can achieve. So what are all the emails will be available: unread, inbox, outbox, and sent item, and as well as whatever the content you want to get it. So all the things you can achieve through email automation through the 32-bit connector, map IEX connector. So that is a separate DLL you have to install in your, I think current maybe X version maybe 1.6 or 1.7. You have to add in your business objects and alternate DLL as well. But in AA they have separate. They don't have any separate DLLs. Instead of that, they have uh, inbuilt email automations that you can achieve. You can give the port and host to get and receive and fetch the emails, and you can download the emails. Once you provide your port and host, you can download and receive through your email automation of AAM. UiPath as well, they have, you have to provide your port and host, and you can get and fetch and update your values. So through email automation, we can achieve that. So explain the steps for sending alert to the user for new folder and file is created in a shared path using RPA tool. See, usually we are sending alert, or as of now we are sending alerts to user as a email, but some of the new clients they are expecting to send the alert into messages, mobile messages as well. In Blue Prism they have the option a digital exchange onto one of the new component has created. I already created video for that, you can look on it. That component have help you to send the alerts to client, WhatsApp or messages. So how to handle a string operation in your operation in your RPA process? So usually we have string operation steps are available. Usually replace is one of the string operation, and as well as trim functionalities also string operations, left trim, right trim. So these are all the string operation functions, that is inbuilt functions. You can use it and you can achieve through that RPA tools as well. RPA, how automated assistant work? I'm not sure what you mean by automated assistant. What are IT support and management in accordance with robotic process automation tools? What are IT support and management? So IT support means when it comes, suppose I have completed my deployment and production as well as uh, 1 month or 6 weeks of warranty period. Once it has been completed, it moved to support. So support, the development team will give the KT to the support team, and support team will analyze the code and all. Once they get the confidence, they will take the code and they will fix the issues if we have any after the production. So this is what the support will be handled. Once the support has to be taken care, all the request from client will come as a CR. Usually the request will come under as a CR. When it goes to support team, it is a change request management in support level. It will come under their level, and they has to take and they has to resolve the issues. What are process automation? Usually RPA, whatever the bots we are created, most of the things are process level automation. So business automations are different, that is business processings. But what we are doing in automation is robotics process automation. We are automating all the process through bots, and we are giving the end results or else output to the client. So this is what we are doing in robotics. So what are requirement when we comes to the robotic process automation tools? See the recruitment. What are recruitment when we comes to robotic automation tools? The recruitment and what you are mentioning is recruitment or else requirement. The requirement of automation tool is different, because if you mean by prerequisite, that is infrastructure is one of the prerequisite, license is prerequisite, and which tool you are going to use, that is one of the prerequisites or requirement before moving to any automation tools. So control room is all about how the bot should behave based on the process. For example, credential vault, dashboard, reportings, and as well as bot scheduling or the bot files. So the central repository management. So all the things included in control room. Control room is one of the centralized structure of the RPA bots. So all the client has to be incorporated and management through control room. How to add and remove clients in control room? See, usually if client has connected with control room, that should be a option, that should be a message will be available as a green. If client is disconnected, if it is, then client will be shown as a red in control room. See, there is no need to remove clients. Instead of that, you can remove the username. So usually when you create the control room, you are creating as a user. If you delete the user, automatically your client will be removed on it. What is development and runtime client? So development is a uh, client which is having all the related pictures into the development areas. So runtime client is nothing but that it has to be run in unattended mode. That is runtime client. Development client is attended mode. So you are developing and fixing the code through the visibility of the bot runs. But runtime client is unattended mode. So it will run on it, but it will only, the purpose is only the runtime. It's so you cannot edit the client, you cannot fix the code through the runtime client bot license. These are the different licenses available in RPA tools. So usually AA's current version is 11.3. So recorders, there is desktop recorders, Windows recorder and web recorder are available there. The manage windows and the object cloning. So usually the object cloning will help us to identify the object or else clicking the object based on the path, or else based on the object click, based on the text, or based on the value. So many things we can change through object cloning. Even object cloning you can set as a domex path. If it is dynamically moving on it, the suppose you are capturing an object that is dynamically moving through object cloning, you can achieve through domex path. Manage Windows controls is only used for Windows related applications. For example, I am using some desktop applications. I can use manage Windows controls through click button or click text, so, or extract text, all the things. But it's managed through manage Windows controls. I cannot automate web applications. What is Excel connector in OpenSpan? So the Excel connector is a different concept in OpenSpan. So this will help us to get the Excel values of the particular applications. So I will create the separate video for OpenSpan related things. How are you at organization analysis and impact of robotics on work? Organizational analysis and impact of robotics on work. So these are the organizational analytics and impact. These all are the things will come into discovery phase of the RPA stages. In RPA, there are many stages. The first stage would be discovery. The discovery stage they have to cover analysis, the particular client's organizational analysis, and what is the impact. Suppose I'm completing this robotic process automation through my bot, how many FTs has to be saved. This type of impact analytics will be happen at the discovery phase. Once it is completed, then only it's coming to the development point. How many functions? So in RPA, instead of functions, we are using process. In other areas, other technologies are function. Now it's coming to RPA, how many process or how many bots. What ideas do you have about new roles and reskilling? New roles in RPA, if you want to get new roles, the business analytics role is very good, and they are directly communicate with the client. If you know basic ideas of the RPA, infrastructure, development and production support, then you can easily move as a business analyst of bots. So the direct interaction between the client, so the work of business analytics is he has to contribute his analytics to client as well as the team of the dev. So they are playing double roles to get to fetch the data from client and give the input to team which is having offshore or onshore. How will you conduct change management prior, during, the after implementation? So change management, all this is all come under the support tools, IT support tools. So change trackers are available. They have to maintain. Once the implementation has completed, they have to start with the change management process through IT support tools. So every change is coming with high, medium, and low priorities. Thanks for watching this, and we will see next video some new learnings.